So, guys, if you're living in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, you may be in some significant amount of trouble. I'm not trying to be sarcastic here. There are thousands, if not tens of thousands, of poisonous toads walking among this specific neighborhood. And I'm going to jump into all of the nitty gritty details right now. But if you could be so kind and drop a like, it only takes about 2 seconds, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell next to the subscribe button next to my name. But yeah, let's jump into the story. I'm going to leave the article in the description below. It's from CBS News. And yeah, they interviewed a couple of these homeowners. But first of all, experts are saying that these amphibian toads are called buffo or bufo toads, and they're also known as cane toads, right? So they have infested Palm Beach Gardens, which is in Florida, and a lot of homeowners and even people that are just in the neighborhood are worried that these toxins secreted by these toads are going to potentially harm their pets and children. A lot of these toads have been found in pools, found by people's houses, and even in the grass, obviously, right? So they're going to be in a variety of different areas where pets and children are going to be the most vulnerable. Now, some of these homeowners are saying that they are seeing massive amounts of these frogs. They say they're not going to just see hundreds, you're going to see thousands of these little baby frogs. And this is from a resident named Carolyn Rice. And a really unfortunate story, and I wanted to also bring this to your attention. If you're living here, I really do sympathize for you. From one of these homeowners named Jenny Quasha, she's a resident in the neighborhood. She contacted Homeowners Association and they told her it's her problem, it's her responsibility to handle it. And she said there's 3 kids on spring break. They're really afraid to have these kids outside. I mean, this is a really dangerous situation. She said there's no swimming in the pool, no playing outside and enjoying the outdoors. Just hoping we can figure this out and put an end to it. And I don't really know how this is going to actually end. However, I'm here to kind of give you guys some advice. I mean, even if you don't live in Florida and you somehow get bombarded by some pesky baby toads, there's actually some things that you can do to actually stop this. Apparently, they're attracted to dog food. They are attracted to even like obviously any type of food, but particularly dog and cat food. So definitely keep that away from the outdoors. Don't try to leave anything outside, even if it's regular food. I wouldn't suggest it. But more in depth, I do want to talk about how unfortunate this situation is because, as you may know, it's spring break. There's kids outside. I mean, just looking at these 2 pictures alone, there are so many frogs. I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen to this person that owns the pool. They're going to have to clean it out, probably drain the whole thing. That's a whole day's work right there, not to mention the cost that it's going to take to, replenish the pool with chlorine and other chemicals to make the water clean. And even looking at the side of this house, you have a bunch of these little baby toads, and I don't know if they're going to infiltrate within the house. They're really tiny, so they should be able to get through cracks. This is bigger than just the toxins. This is really concerning. I mean, you have a lot of these toads. Just in this picture alone, I would say there's hundreds of these toads in one picture, and that's alarming. And unfortunately, the Homeowners Association is not going to do anything about it. And I find that really shocking. And I'm really surprised that, the town, the actual municipal building hasn't sent out any kind of letter or release form saying, hey, take these precautions to make sure your children are safe and to make sure your house does not get infested by these type of frogs. What I just mentioned, the pet food, you really got to make sure you keep that inside. Something like that from the municipal building should definitely be sent out to all the residents in Florida, whether it's an email or some type of paper letter. And unfortunately, apparently, the residents have to actually do their own thing in order to keep these frogs out of their way. And there's not like any type of extermination that has been mentioned in this article. I don't know if exterminators can even handle this many frogs and take out this many frogs at once. It's just really, really unfortunate. And I'm really saddened to hear this story that the residents actually have to do their own thing and the town isn't doing anything about it and the homeowners association is not doing anything about this issue. And I mean, if I was a kid and I was running outside in spring break, I would not want to run into hundreds of these. I don't even know if they can bite. They didn't mention that in the article either, but At the end of the day, there's toxins being secreted by these animals. So try to stay away. Keep safe if you're in Florida in general. I don't know if these are going to spread. That's also another alarming issue. So definitely try to keep your pet food inside and just keep safe. I hope everybody, kind of stays away from these frogs if you live in this town. And, even if you're not in this town, you're located in Florida, try to take some extra precaution. I'm Cryptix, trying to protect you from these toxic frogs, and I'm signing off.